Yo, Mark Zuber here. I'm going to give you a quick update about Spartan Energy Acquisition and the deal that's been made with Fisker Inc. And whether or not we should be jumping into this stock, what I'm doing with the stock, and some things that we might have learned from this whole process that we just seen play out. Let's get into this. Before we jump into this video though, don't forget to put a smash down on the like button. It really helps this content, helps other people see this video. And if you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button. It's free to do, and I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so what's going on with Spartan Energy? They just announced a deal with Fisker Inc. of $2.9 billion. That's going to be happening, and that's going to go through in Q4 of this year at some point. And it's interesting that the stock's been going down lately in the last two sessions. Maybe that has to do with, this is just speculating here, but maybe that has to do with the bidding war that was going on. There could be some unfavorable things to shareholders. I have no idea what's going on, or if it's just being pulled by the whole market that's going down, but it seems a lot more than just these other stocks that we've been seeing. So definitely want to look at the deal more to see if it impacts anything material to you as an investor. So am I going to invest in this stock now that there's a letter of intent and that some things are more official? Because that was a big line in the sand that I was not going to cross. I was not going to be an investor in this company. Well, the answer is still no, for the reasons that also I mentioned in my last video on this stock. If you miss it, it's right over there. But the main reason right now for me, besides not being super bullish of this company, Fisker Inc., is the fact that this timeline is just still way too long for me. There's till Q4 of this year at some point where this deal is going to go down. That's a long time. In addition to that being a long time, it's only until sometime in 2022 when they're going to start making money with selling the Fisker Ocean. So that's a long time too. And I can see a lot of things going on during that time with manufacturing issues, with needing more funding, we need to raise more capital, and that's going to make the stock go down and up. And there's a lot of time and opportunity to still jump into stock if we develop our bullish thesis. Other than that, I don't see the urge to jump in the stock right now. Having said that, I am pretty interested right now and plan to be a swing trader in this stock, because I do see the opportunity, especially when we get closer to the time when we merge, of the stock fluctuating significantly, which is attractive with thinking about some swing trades. I'm mostly not a swing trader, mostly just long-term trades, but I like to play around a little bit. This is not financial advice. Okay, what I'm doing aside, what are some of the takeaways we can make from this whole situation and make sense of this? So, like I said before, like a big line in the sand for me was the fact that there was no official deal. I was out of it. And being a disciplined investor, it is important to have these lines, and whatever these lines may be. Obviously, lines can be broken for exceptions, but it's generally good to have these lines. And whatever these lines might be for you or for myself, it's good to have. Because in general, you make these lines to protect yourself as an investor, because when you cross the lines, you can be, rewarded sometimes, but on average, you're gonna fall on your face. And that's why you wanna make these lines so that we make smart decisions and that help us become a disciplined investor. So as an investor, it's important to know that if we waited here in this situation, because the risk for me was too high for the fact that there was no letter of intent. Now that there's a letter of intent, it's more understanding and reasonable for a bullish investor to start investing in this company. And hindsight is 20/20, of course, but as you can see, if you even had that discipline to stay out of the stock, you can see that the opportunity that the stock price went down, you didn't miss out on a lot to start investing now. And these opportunities will continue to happen. And just having these rules, you can see if they were favorable to have these rules to not go into a stock when there was no deal, or if it was unfavorable. So always just have these experiences of how these stocks play out, how these deals go down, and see if it was smart to wait. You don't want to take on unnecessary risk as an investor, and you want to be smart and disciplined and always do what the right thing is. Based on what happened historically, you use that, you learn from what your mistakes, you learn from the actions, you learn from just what happened, whether you were participating in that or whether you just observed it. So definitely use this as a learning to know that being patient sometimes pays off. Obviously, time is of the essence sometimes. Obviously, in any time in March, buying stocks was a great time to buy stocks. You didn't want to wait too long. So just know when it is important to rush into something and when you have time, and use discipline to your advantage. Well, I just want to give you guys a quick update about what happened with Spartan Energy and Fisker Inc. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next one. I don't know if you guys noticed in the end of these videos, I have some random clips sometimes about either related to the stock, or sometimes it's completely not related. In this case, it's completely not related. Let me know if you guys would think about that. If you guys end up watching this part, or you never even knew this thing even existed. Man, never even knew this. I'm in my little box down here, and I'm just kind of just talking, and I'm overshadowed by all the other things that are going on around here with the recommended videos and other things there. We'll definitely hit that subscribe button up there. Okay, well, what am I doing here still? This is getting awkward. Okay, well, Okay, how do I turn this off? Okay, turn off the camera.